farm vlog, day 8, regretting my life decisions. Hi guys, welcome back. It is Tuesday. How y'all doing? It is another sunny, gorgeous day here in the Poconos. I don't know what the temperature is. I remembered my water. I took my allergy pill. For all keeping score. I am very late going over there today. It's 10:53 and it is 73 degrees. Should I be going to the pool today? Yes, I should. Am I going to? No, I am not, because I have like 4 videos to record, and that's going to take up pretty much the entire day. I think for, how can we talk about this? This is an interesting subject. Filming things and putting them on YouTube when you literally make zero money, and in fact it costs you more money than you ever make, because you're a little tiny channel that has a very devoted group of followers. You know who you are. I love you. I see you. You're always commenting. You love my dogs. I love my dogs. You love listening to me talk for some reason, even though I think it's pointless and I don't know why I'm talking. Oh, y'all keep me sane when I am hating on my boss, which is me, every day for doing this to myself. If I ever say in a video, all of you loyal friends out there, friends and followers out there, parasocial friends and followers, and some friends in real life, if I ever say I have a gig coming up for any kind of pet sitting or farm sitting and anything, if I even slightly mention it in a video, y'all jump in the chat, jump in the comments below and say, don't do it! Don't do it! Don't you remember? Go back and watch your vlogs. I feel like this has ruined really what is the last week of my summer. And I'm not mad at my friends. I'm mad at myself. I mean, they're on a vacation enjoying the last week of the summer. My last week of the summer is working 12 days straight. And I'm pretty bitter about it. I am. I'm bitter about it. I haven't done anything all summer, and I would have loved to do things this week. There are so many things I wanted to do. I was supposed to be going to Michigan, and I canceled my trip because I was like, oh, if I go, then they won't have anyone to farm sit for them. And, you know, I guess I just have to get to a point where, like, I have nobody to dog sit for me either. You know what I'm saying? And I don't still go on trips. I cancel my goddamn trips. I don't go. I don't go anywhere, because if I have no one available, I just don't go. The only reason my husband and I have been able to go on 2 trips, 2 actual vacations together in our 24 years together, is because I go when my pet sitter is not working. Shout out to Sarah, best pet sitter in the world. She's way better than me, and my allergies already acting up. Again, took Zyrtec, ain't doing anything, but I don't have anything else, so I'm just taking it. So it's definitely outdoor allergies, and then the allergies are off the chart, as I said in other videos this week, because it's sunny, it's warm, it's green, and I'm driving around the top off the Jeep. I usually never do that, so my allergies are never this bad when I'm driving. Anyway, Sarah is a teacher, as is Joe, Allie's husband. Sarah's a teacher, so she's off during the summer. So the only times, she gives me her schedule for the year, and the only times my husband and I can plan to take a trip together and travel together is when Sarah is not teaching school. Like, is she teaching 9th grade this year? I thought she said. I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But she's either like a junior high or high school teacher. So, you know what? My husband and I plan our trips around when Sarah's available. We don't plan trips around when my husband can so different from like most people. Most people are like, well, this is when I can take days off. This is when I can go. It's like, well, you know what? Maybe if that's when you can go and there's no pet sitter, maybe you can't go this time. Maybe you got to go a different time when somebody's available. I don't know what to tell you. If you have a lot of animals and pets and stuff. So, I guess that's the difference between me and Allie is I don't go anywhere because I have no one. And yes, Allie can come over and check on my dogs for an hour or something, and she could let out my chickens and feed them and give them water and take care of my chickens and ducks. But Allie cannot stay at my house all night and be there 24/7 and be there with my dogs all day and sleep at my house all night. Sarah can actually do that. Oh my God, there's one car on the road. It's a miracle there's never anybody here. The one person going by. Do you like my orange and purple, by the way? I put this hat on. It's Happier Times. It's a place in Palm Springs. Palm Springs was one of my favorite trips I ever went on. My duck is going crazy back here. Palm Springs was one of my favorite trips of life until I got cross-contaminated my last night there. I've talked about it a million times. I can talk about it again. But I ordered something vegetarian. It was cross-contaminated. And the last day of my trip, right before I was flying home, I had the most horrific food poisoning. And it wasn't food poisoning. There was nothing wrong with the food other than I was cross-contaminated. I ordered an Impossible or a Beyond Burger, and it had onions and mushrooms on it. I did not think to say, and the squirrel, jeez Louise, squirrel darted out of nowhere, but I did not hit him. This is why we watch the road, not the camera. Watch the road, not the camera. If you're a vlogger, I'm telling you right now, okay, did you know vlogging tips for beginners? I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. This is the way I talk. If you don't like it, go watch somebody else. No, don't. Stay here, please. Nobody watches me. My subs don't move. My content doesn't move. I love the same 10 people who watch all my stuff, but I ain't hitting no algorithms. Nobody cares. Which is such bullshit, because everyone's like, I want to watch someone real. I want to watch someone relatable. Hello, I've been doing this 4 years. No, it's lies. It's all lies. People who say they want honest reviewers, people who are relatable, people who are honest, people who are just like you, it's all lies. They don't want that. If they wanted that, I'd have millions of subscribers, and I do not. So they're all lies. Do not believe all these people. D'Angelo Wallace had a video up yesterday, and I watched, and he puts up Jenna Marble's page, her homepage, like on her videos. He goes, oh, where's the people doing this? This doesn't exist. I actually commented and go, hello, I've been here 4 years. I've been doing the same freaking thing. I do stupid videos that don't really have any real point most of the time. My dogs are in them. I have chickens and ducks and animals, and they're just goofy. I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. And I think that was one of the great things about Jenna Marbles, is she wasn't, oh my God, there's the tiniest little chipmunk. It was like that big. She's never trying to sell anybody anything, right? She was just doing goofy shit with her dogs. Hi, sound familiar? Not to mention, I had Italian Greyhounds starting in 2001, was the president of the Michigan Italian Greyhound Club for 2 years running. In the early 2000s, have fostered, rescued, and helped adopt out over 50 Italian Greyhounds, have owned, how many of my own? Oh my God, I lost count how many we've had. I think 15 altogether, 15 or 16 Italian Greyhounds in my lifetime already. I know everything about the breed. They are mine and my husband's breed. So it sucks because I was Jenna Marbles before Jenna Marbles was Jenna Marbles. But to this day, I'm still mad I didn't start uploading right when I started my YouTube channel in 2009. I should have been doing vlogs and daily uploads, and who knows where I'd be now. And I say that all the time, regrets. But vlogging tips for beginners came up as a suggested tag that people search. I don't even know what to tell you about that, other than I've been doing this 4 years and nobody cares. How is that a thing people search? I would say if I, after doing this since, well, having my channel since 2009, and I did vlogs and some things back then. I've done different kinds of content. I really prefer vlogging over any kind of content because I can yap about my life all day long. Oh, I want to make my channel back to old school content, and I've talked about this when I said I've taken the summer off to think what direction do I want to go to, what I want to do. Okay, old school. Hear me out. Everyone says they miss old school YouTube. Now, I have serious doubts that that's a thing. Go. I don't want you driving behind me. Not me waving every person by. I wave every person by because I'm like, I don't want somebody riding at my butt. I'm like, I'm vlogging, I'm talking. Okay, so if you're going to vlog in your car, number one, do not look in the camera. We hate that. I hate that. One of the reasons I do these vlogs is A, to keep me sane while I'm driving an hour a day, back and forth somewhere twice a day, the same boring ass, okay, I think it's boring. You guys probably think it's gorgeous. Go back and watch some of the vlogs where I face the camera out. But when you have to do it twice a day, every day, and you're watching for deer and chipmunks and squirrels and bears and everything on the road, and you're exhausted in the morning and you're exhausted at night, it's not as fun. I gotta say, my husband drove me last night, and it was a lot more. I thanked him like 5 times, like, thank you so much for driving me, thank you so much for driving me. And it was the only time my husband and I got to spend together last night. But one of the reasons I like doing these vlogs, other than it keeps me sane, is I like to show people you can vlog in a car and not look at the camera, and it's fine. I don't think you guys care if I'm not looking you directly in the eyeballs all the time. In fact, I think it's creepy. Did you ever hear that myth that, I don't know if it's a myth, folklore, whatever, that you could tell if someone's a witch if they will make eye contact with you? And it's weird because I heard that when I was like a teenager, and I was like, oh my God, I never make eye contact. I have real problems making eye contact with people. And if you even look at my camera, like, go back and watch any of my videos. I'm not a staring in the camera person. A lot of people are. I think part of the thing is I don't like looking at myself a lot of the times. I think I'm dorky looking. I could never be an influencer, a big beauty influencer, because I'm like, oh, look at me. Oh, I'm so wonderful. Oh, I look fabulous. Oh, I'm gorgeous. Oh, look how pretty I am. No. I'm a hot mess. I'm a mess. I'm old. Everything is falling. Everything is drooping. Wrinkles, spots, the whole 9 yards. But you know what? I don't care because I'm vlogging, so who gives a crap? I'm not here trying to sell beauty products that you probably don't need. By the way, glanced at you because it's a big open area, but deer can still dart out here. But beginner tip, just be yourself and be relatable and talk. I almost talk to you guys like I'm talking to myself. I think it'd be funny if I turned the camera off and I was just talking to myself. What would I say? Or if somebody was sitting next to me, or a friend, or someone I hadn't seen, like, what are we going to talk about? Gee, it's hot. And old school content. Vlogging, old school content. So I think I'm going to continue to vlog even after I'm done farm sitting because I really like it. And it's kind of a good check-in. And I was vlogging a lot in the past, and then I kind of would go back and forth. I'm not just going to vlog, though. I want to do all different stuff. There's a part of me that wants to start a whole second vlogging channel and move all my vlogs over to that channel, but it's so much work that I'm like, do I, though? And then I don't necessarily want to start a second channel doing old school content, although it might be kind of fun. I keep threatening to start a second channel, but I think if I do that, it's going to be in the fall when things, I don't want to say they calm down, because in the fall, when you live in the country like I do, I live in the middle of nowhere. We have a very rural country lifestyle as far as I have chickens and ducks. We have a wood-burning stove, so we have to get firewood in the winter, which means I have to order it. We have to stack all the firewood, and every day we're bringing in firewood to heat our house. Now, there's no veggies out today. Past the farm stand, 0 veg on the table. that's weird. Maybe somebody bought all the apples and all the stuff. I was thinking about grabbing some. How about them apples? Grabbing some apples when you're gone. But no, I really... So many people say they're nostalgic for old school content. But then when people do it, no one watches it. Again, to bring up Peter Mon, if you don't know who he is, that's fine. But he vlogs and he has like a zillion channels. It's like 2 million channels. He has like 5 million channels right now. He basically runs YouTube. Okay, so he owns YouTube. And he always says that people suggest things for him to do videos on. They're like, oh, you should talk about this. And all these people will write to him and say, you should talk about this. You should talk about this. So he goes out of his way and he does a video and he talks about it. And like, it gets literally like no views. It gets like his lowest views. And that's my point about YouTube and people saying what they want. What do you really want, people? What do you really want? Because I see people like D'Angelo Wallace and other big YouTubers saying, I miss old school. I miss people like who are relatable and just down to earth and not selling things. And I'm like, hello, we're right here. There's like literally probably millions of us on here and nobody watches us and nobody looks for us. And don't tell me about hashtags. Say hashtag all my shit. I hashtag my shit. I know how to hashtag. I do cards. I do suggested hashtags. I even have TubeBuddy, so I have like suggested things. I check out my thumbnails, and I've even changed. I don't know if you guys noticed, I changed my thumbnails. I'm going more old school thumbnail. They're not fancy. I don't have a lot of words on them. Some of them are just like pictures of me and the pups or whatever. So I've already started going to very simple, old school, goofy thumbnails of me making a stupid face or doing something dumb and not overthinking it. And yeah, so I want this to be fun, not just for me, but for everybody. So that's why the old school content thing, I think, is so much better. I think Jeremy's going to love it too. When he comes to visit or I go there, we're going to pull out old school content stuff. Oh my God. And I need to do a video about my sea monkeys. Comment below if you have been around long enough to remember when Jeremy and I talked about sea monkeys in a video. This was like 3 years ago or something. And then I proceeded to surprise him and order sea monkeys on Amazon. They're still, I still have sea monkeys. They're still alive. They're thriving. They're still going. Not the same ones, but they're like self-replicating, and it's crazy. My husband is like, that is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, I know, right? So I need to do a video on my sea monkeys. And Peter Mon mentioned sea monkeys. So I want to take like clips from my videos that I did with Jeremy and then do like an update. But it's going to take a little bit longer because I don't still have those videos on my computer. They're probably somewhere in, oh my God, the horses are pissed. They're banging on the door. They're banging on the door. They're like, let us in and feed us. You're late. I am so late. Okay, let me go feed them, and then we'll talk more about old school content. But comment below if you remember Jeremy and I talking about the sea monkeys and me actually surprising him and getting them. The sea monkeys are still alive and they live in my kitchen. I think I've discovered the perfect thing of like how I've kept them going for like 4 years. Peter Mon said his mom would get mad because she said they smelled. Mine don't smell. The water stays clean. There's never algae in it. It is crazy. I don't know how, but somehow I've mastered sea monkeys, and it's a gift. It's a gift and a curse. The great thing is you only have to feed them once every 7 days, unlike these horses. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry if it sounds loud in here. The air is going like crazy because I am so hot. I was just out in the woods looking for one of the barn kitties who I have not seen since Sunday night, which is very upsetting. It's the little stripy guy, Elon, who we love. I think it's hilarious they named him Elon. Except for he's a nice Elon, not a jerk Elon. Anyway, that's another story. So he's the one who always runs right up to my Jeep as soon as I drive in. Last time I saw him, I think, was Sunday night. So it's weird. I've been putting the food out and looking for him, and already lost one of their barn cats, and now Elon is missing, which is weird because Elon is very smart. He's a very bright kitty. He goes up in the rafters in the barn, so if there's anything that freaks him out, he goes up in the rafters. Now, what I am thinking is that maybe, oh, veggies are out, and I just went flying by. Okay, it's noon, so they put them out later. Maybe I'll swing by tonight and see if there's any left. What I'm hoping is that maybe he's up in a tree. Now, what's really funny is his brother wanted me to follow him into the woods. But I am wearing flip-flops right now. I do not have boots on. I have flip-flops on. And it is straight up, like, I already think I might have gotten poison ivy on my ankle. I have to take a shower when I get home and check, but my ankle is kind of like itchy and burning, and I'm hoping I didn't step on poison ivy. But it's way dangerous. I didn't have my phone on me. It was in the car. And even so, there's like no signal out there whatsoever. And I'm wearing these like slides. So if I tried to walk out in those woods and something happened, or I twisted an ankle or broke an ankle or tripped or something, I would just be stuck out there. Like no one would find me until my husband realized like I haven't been home all day and no one could find me. And I don't know, it could be like tonight by the time someone even could find me if something happened to me in those woods. So I'm like, nope, I am sorry. So I followed his brother a little ways, and he kept, it's weird because his brother doesn't really talk to me a lot or say anything. And he kept walking towards the woods, looking at me, and then taking steps and looking back at me going, and I'm like, is your brother out there? What's going on? Is he hurt? Is he okay? What's going on? So I like tried following him as far as I could, and then I had to stop. I'm like, dude, I can't do it. I'm going to hurt myself. I can come back later, you know, earlier this evening and look. But then I heard a car, and Caitlin showed up while I was out in the woods. So it was so funny. I saw her car as I was coming out of the woods. She came in, and she, of course, is smart and has boots on. So we were talking about the missing barn kitty, and she went out into the woods to look for him, and she's going to text me if she sees him or hears him or anything. I just hope I don't get a message that she found him and he is not okay, if you know what I mean. I hope a predator or something didn't get him. I don't even want to have to tell Allie if that happened. That cat is, I'm not a huge cat person. I do like cats, but I'm very allergic to them. So it's like I like them at a distance. But he is one of the few cats where I would pick him up and hold him and hug him and then just be super sneezy afterwards. So it really bothers me that he's missing. And another reason why I know people like to have barn cats and farm cats, but this is why I could never do it. Because I couldn't just be like, oh, well, you know, something got him. Like, this is going to bother me now. It's going to and I don't know. My birds are super duper protected and predator proofed, so that for the most part, like unless they're free ranging and I'm not watching or a freak accident happens, nothing is going to happen to them. My birds tend to all die of natural causes of old age. In the past, I had predator attacks and I learned from them, and we have predator proofed everything. The thing is, you can't predator proof when you have a barn cat. The whole point is to let them kind of patrol and kill mice for you, because Allie's got so much feed in that barn. And I think I said in another vlog, like the cats are always bringing me dead mice and chipmunks and things. Deer right in the middle of the road. Go, 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 go. Oh my goodness, she's like the slowest deer in the world. Really? Really? You're welcome. Slowest deer. This one deer was just standing. People come flying out of Monroe Lakes. Flying, speeding way too fast up here. And they are just lucky that nobody was speeding through that stop sign, because they were down a hill. Like there was a hill and then the deer was like there, so they would have come speeding and hit that deer. Oh my God. Sometimes I think I'm placed on places at the proper time on this planet to save a bunch of animals, because nobody's driving by but me, and I see them and I'm like, get off the road, get off the road, get off the road. And I'll stop and put my hazards on sometimes if I have to. I didn't hit the hazards that time, so nobody's coming. Anyway, prayers for Barn Kitty. Everybody pray that he comes back okay. I'm hoping that he's just stuck in a tree, like he got freaked out and went up in a tree. Although that would suck, because if he's in a tree way out in the forest, I have no idea how anybody's going to get him out. I have no idea. Like, they couldn't, like, the fire department, that ain't happening. I wouldn't waste their time. I'm not saying it's a waste to save a cat, but there's no way that they could get him, because if he's that far out where his brother was walking out into the woods, it's way out there. If he's out there up a tree, we're going to have to call in reinforcements and call some of Allie and Joe's friends to maybe bring extending ladders and try and get him out if he's up in a tree somewhere and stuck. I have no idea how we could get him out. I can't. There's nothing I can do. I would just have to tell Allie and Joe, send someone over, or Joe's brother might be in Florida. Oh, shit. Yeah, so anyway, prayers for my friend the Barn Kitty. I hope he comes back and I hope he's okay. I told Caitlin, so Caitlin took over the search. I left. Caitlin's out there now looking. We finally got to meet, which was nice. The horses were still in. I said, do you want to let them out? She goes, yeah. I said, okay. So we were both kind of shooing them out of the barn. And then she went out to look for Barn Kitty. But we were kind of cross-checking. She's like, yeah, I think I saw him on Sunday. I said, no, I saw him Sunday night for sure. Because Casper, I think, went with us. And Casper likes to play with the Barn Kitty. But I mean, I even looked in the house. I thought maybe he's hiding in the house or he got in the house. But I never let him in. So, you know, and if he's in the house, he comes out when I get there. He comes out and says hi. Anyway, see, I'm going on and I'm obsessing about it, and I'm going to be all worried about him. And I don't know. When Allie had that litter and then another litter get dumped at her house, she was like, you guys should take a barn cat. It can live in your shed, live in your yard, and kill the mice. And I'm like, no. Because it's another thing that I'm going to find dead that I fell in love with. And I would not make a cat live outside in my shed. I couldn't do it. I would feel terrible. I can't do it. I don't get, like, the outdoor cat thing. I can't do it. But I also have dogs who travel in luxury and in little bags and wear clothes. So I'm just not that kind of person who's like, I'm just going to leave a cat in my yard. Something will kill and eat it. We have coyotes everywhere out there. I mean, Allie has coyotes. I'm guessing if anything got her last cat, and possibly this one, it's the coyotes, sadly. Because there's coyotes everywhere in these woods. You can hear them at night. And that's why I can never have an animal that I leave out like that. And there was that one kitten, if you remember last summer, some of you remember the little kitten that I fell in love with, and it was like kind of like different colors, and it was long haired, and it was really sweet. I really wanted that kitten, and there was a part of me I kept thinking, well, maybe you could live in my shed, or maybe you could live in my chicken coops. And I'm like, no, because a coyote or a fox or something is going to get my kitten and kill it, and then I'm going to feel terrible. And for what? To trap a few mice? It's not worth it. I'm not going to have a cat die just because there's some mice running around out in my yard. Can't do it. Again, that's just me. To each their own. Not judging. I know people all over the world have barns. They have barn cats. They have multiple barn cats. My first cat of my life was a farm cat that I adopted and took home to live with us in Detroit. And he lived a very long, happy life in Detroit with us. But he was a barn cat out from Saline, Michigan. He lived in a barn there. He was born in a barn there, lived in a barn there. My band was recording at a recording studio that was called The Loft in Saline. Tim was our engineer. I think that was back in the 90s. Lordy. And Keebs ended up coming home with me. Mr. Kitty, a.k.a. the Keebler Elf, a.k.a. the cutest cat in the world. He was really sweet, and I was super allergic to him, but I didn't care. Because we lived in an apartment, and we couldn't have a dog, so we had 2 cats. Jamie and I, and then Jeremy when he moved in. So we had those kitties like their whole lives. They have very long lives with us back in Detroit. So I did have cats at one point when I was just in a place where I couldn't have dogs. But was I super allergic to them? Abso-freaking-lutely, terribly allergic to them. I would wake up, like every night and every morning, I would wake up and sneeze like 12 to 20 times. My eyes would be swollen shut, watering. I mean, I was miserable. But I'm like, but I got this cat. Okay, so before I get home, because I'm going to be home soon, let's talk about old school YouTube content. So we got to up the mood here. We're all going to be depressed and worried about Elon the cat. I need to stop obsessing about it, because it's going to, like, literally, this is what happens. Allie goes away and my week is ruined because of things like this. Not only did I lose the best summer of the year, but now I'm going to feel guilty about things that are completely out of my control and not my responsibility, frankly. I did not... see, I'm obsessing. I need to stop. Anyway, I can't do it anymore. I can't. It's just, I can't. It's not... It's too stressful for me. All of this is too stressful. I should be out on the river. I should be out hiking with my dogs. I should be enjoying the summer like normal people. Normal people enjoy the summer. Where's my other normal people, or not normal people out there? Comment below if you're not a normal person, if you're a not normie and you're not doing anything enjoying the summer like the normies do. No picnics, no hiking, no kayaking, no vacations, none of that. No barbecues with friends, no swimming, no doing anything fun in the summer. Where are my weirdos who do nothing fun in the summers? Because I feel very lonely right now, and I feel like I'm the only person who is just not doing anything fun this summer and has not enjoyed one summer thing at all. And to be fair, I am a fall person. I'm going to make up for it this fall. I'm going to do all the fall things, and I can't wait. But I feel really cheated out of this summer. So if you're with me, comment below and tell me how you feel cheated out of this summer, because I'm feeling very lonely right now. Like, am I the only one who is just watching the days pass me by and not being able to enjoy them? I don't know. I got work, and then tomorrow I'm working. I'm farm sitting, then I'm dog grooming. Thursday I'm farm sitting and I'm dog grooming again. Friday I'm farm sitting and I'm dog grooming. So, and then all next week, dog grooming. Oh my God. So it's not like next week I can go, oh, but I'll have all next week off and I'll be able to relax and have fun and make up for it next week. Nope. Working all next week too. There's just no end in sight. No end in sight, guys. I think I need to just mark off a vacation week for myself and say this week I'm not doing anything. And if people need dogs groomed or anything, be like, sorry, on vacation this week. I just don't know when I can do that, because people are already booked, pre-booked and on a schedule. So anyway, oh my God, and now I'm rambling and I'm almost home. I only got a mile and a half until I'm home. So old school content, I want to do goofy, like fun get ready with me's. But really, tell me what you think about me doing story times, because I got stories. I got stories that can eclipse all the old story times that have ever been on YouTube, because I'm 55. I have stories from before there was internet. I have stories from where there was no proof, and we don't want people to know about them. I told a lot of stories in my Elder Goth life video. How I met Peter Murphy and I met a bunch of bands and the Thrill Kill. I don't know if I told the whole Thrill Kill cult story. I think I did. The room full of illegal substances that I was like, no, I can't even go in there. That's scary. I can't do it. It's scary. I need to go on stage and perform. I can't do that. Which was probably one of the best decisions in my life. But I have probably like so many story times that I could do. So I'm thinking about doing like a story time a week, maybe going forward. I want to do goofy. When I was going to Michigan, I was supposed to go to Michigan. I had a bag packed and I was going to do what's in my dog's bag. What am I taking on a road trip to Michigan for my dogs? Because I have all this stuff in the car because I travel with them. But I will be traveling with them and going around in the fall doing things. So I will do those. I remember Peter Mon saying he misses and always could sit down and listen to a what's in my bag video. Well, that's not fun because I don't really go anywhere, so this is my bag. True story, this is my bag. There's a wallet in it. That's it. Nothing in my bag. That's it. There's a wallet. There, my video's done. And thank you for subscribing. But I could put together a bag. When I do a bag, like when I go to Michigan, I could do that. What I pack for a road trip to Michigan. I've always wanted to do a what's in my car for my dogs because I almost passed my own driveway. Oh, I'm going in the back way because gotta let out my birds. It's way overdue. It's so late. I have to let them out. I could do a story time of how I got my first chickens and ducks, which is hilarious because my husband literally said, I don't want any chickens ever. Have you seen my coops now? All these years later, I have like, they're all going nuts. They want to come out. They're all going crazy. All these years later when he said no chickens. Oh my God. It's so funny. Yeah, needless to say, we have chickens and ducks. So I'm going to, wait, listen. Is Mama late? Oh my God, Mama's late. Okay, so let me know what other old school content you guys like. But I'm thinking like get readies with me, what's in my bag, story times. I'm going to bring back some old school challenges. I'm going to do, okay, now the ducks are too loud. From 5 years ago, Jenna Marbles and a bunch of other content creators did buying everything my dog touches at the store. I already showed that Jenna Marbles video to my husband, who thought it was kind of funny. So we're thinking about taking Casper and Eliza, and perhaps we can't take Luna and Lydia because they're blind. So they can't walk on leashes around the store. It freaks them out. They don't know where they're going. They're scared and they can't do it. But Eliza and Casper and perhaps Enid could go do that. And we'll do buying everything that my dog touches at the pet store. And I already talked to my husband about it, and I showed him Jenna Marbles' video, how she didn't want to be wasteful. So you have to make decisions. Like, we're not going to buy a whole bunch of 40-pound bags of food because that's wasteful. Or we may allow them to touch some things, and then we're going to buy them and we're going to go donate them to our local shelter, which is, I think, a really cool idea. I'm really up for doing that in September. We have to wait till next payday because that's probably going to be kind of expensive. But I told my husband, with people going back to school and people spending money on back to school stuff, sometimes the shelters, like, they're not getting as much money, and everything's so expensive now, they're not getting as much stuff. So if we go to Pet Supplies Plus or PetSmart and our dogs are touching like cat foods and dog foods, we will decide to, depending on the kind it is, and if it's something the shelter can use, we'll buy it and then we'll go deliver it to the animal shelter and donate some things. I think that would be really nice. And that would be like spending money and letting our dogs buy some treats and some food and stuff, but we'd also be doing a good thing because we'd be donating a lot of it to the shelter. So it'd be more like buying everything my dogs touch so that we can donate it to our local animal shelter, which I think is a way better way to do it than just buying. Our dogs don't need more stuff. They're spoiled. Yeah, so, and I'm going to do letting my puppy pick my makeup. I'm going to be doing, I really need to do a ducks and chickens pick my makeup because I think it'd be hilarious. I've always wanted to do that, but I have to wait till it gets a little cooler out because it's very hot out. And then I can sit outside with the chickens and ducks and they can pick my makeup. So I want to do like guinea pigs, my dogs, and my ducks and my chickens choose my makeup. I really want to go to Allie's and do the horses choose my makeup because I don't think anybody's done that. Maybe they have. If not, I'm doing it. Anyway, let me know what else you'd like to see, like goofy old school challenges. If there are any you can think of, put them in the comments below. And that's going forward. That's kind of what I want to do to keep this fun and exciting. And people say they miss that. Let's have a nostalgia channel. This is going to be Welcome to Nostalgia Central. And lots of fail videos with Jeremy. We'll do fail videos. He loves fail videos. He lives for those. Okay, see you later. See you tomorrow. Again, this has been day 8. 4 more days. Bye. Oh, and one last time, thank you again for everybody who watched, especially this far. I appreciate you so much. You're definitely keeping me sane again. I'm gonna let these guys out and then I'm gonna go record some more videos. Yay! See you later. Bye.